What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another week of Hero or Zero here on the Heroes for Hire podcast. My name is Shaun Meehan, and joining me, as always, is my very best friend, Mr. Conor Lawler.
I'm calling in from the reception here, Shaun. It's pretty busy. I've just come outside.
We're taking a quiet moment here while everyone else celebrates Conor's wedding.
My wedding was yesterday, as this episode is coming out, and me and Shaun are still there currently. So we're recording this beforehand, because imagine if I had said, oh, me and Shaun are just popping out for half an hour.
we have to talk about a Marvel character right now.
Just me talking to my parents. Actually, have you heard of Chair?
No, it'd be me hammered saying, have you heard about Chair?
So this is Hero Zero. We are recording this obviously last week, but this is the show where we choose one comic book character every single week. We talk their good points and their bad points, and we generally just give you a bit of a rundown of everything to do with that character. So I normally cover DC characters, and Shaun normally covers Marvel characters, and it is Shaun's week, so I'm very excited to see who he's done, because he normally covers characters that are good?
They're a mixed bag, I would say. Like, in general.
The reports or the characters?
Oh, the reports, I would say. There's a few misses in there, I'll be honest.
If this is your first episode, by the way, you don't have to do anything. Just chill out. If it's your second or above, we'd really appreciate 5 stars, a like, a follow, a share. You kind of have to do it, because I mean, like, as a marriage present even, just as a gift.
Oh, that's nice. Good. Yeah, guilt into it.
Thank you. A guilt trip goes very well. But we're seeing a lot of engagement over Blue Sky and Instagram and Twitter. And by the way, we did a post up last week about the Spotify Wrapped. If you still haven't sent that in, just send us in your stats. There's a weird thing where people weren't getting the Wrap this year. I don't know what that was about.
Well, maybe because they laid off 80% of their staff, but whatever, that's fine.
I think only some people got, because like we had several people messages and be like, I definitely tuned in, but I just didn't get a Wrapped in any sense.
That's very strange. Huh. Get onto Spotify about that, folks.
I would contact them directly.
Write them directly. A letter. Strongly worded.
Send me to the CEO.
Send a brick through their window. No, don't do that.
Set fire to their kids. Wait.
Whoa.
So Shaun, as I said, it is your week. I'm excited to know who you've done. Thank you everyone for the support over the last month. It's been a bit of a busy time, and there was no Monday episode next week, but you can understand why. We're kind of busy.
We got things to do. I'm so sorry. Connor, I am covering a character created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, first appearing in Tales to Astonish number 81 from April 1966.
1966. Okay.
We're covering Boomerang, Connor.
Boomerang. Not Captain Boomerang.
No.
Boomerang.
Similar power set, I'm going to be honest.
Which one was... This is the question we always ask. Which one came first and who copied who?
Well, it could be a Man-Thing situation and a Swamp-Thing situation where they were sharing an apartment and both turned into the
if
same
anyone doesn't know, Man-Thing is from Marvel and Swamp-Thing is from DC. They're basically the same character, and the lads that created them were basically roommates, and they came up with them just by copying each other's homework and then sent them to each office, and both of them got accepted within like a week of each other.
Captain Boomerang was first appeared in The Flash 117 in 1960. So
this is another one of those Marvel bastard.
Connor, it's legally distinct in the best way, I'm going to tell you.
Go on.
Fred Myers was born in Australia, but moved to America when he was a small child.
I love the idea of Stan Lee tapping his head like I'm a fucking genius. We'll just get him to move.
In America, his great love was baseball, and he developed what they describe as an extraordinary pitching arm.
Fucking rocket for an arm.
He became a professional baseball player in the minor leagues and eventually entered the major leagues of baseball. Within a year, however...
Can you tell that Shaun knows nothing about baseball other than Moneyball the movie?
He gets on base, is all I know.
Does he play for the Oakland A's? Because if he doesn't, we're fucked.
It's just my one frame of reference, I'm sorry. A few years after entering the major leagues, 1 year after entering the major leagues.
Oh, fuck.
He was suspended for accepting bribes.
Oh, good stuff. Straight away.
Embittered, he was contracted by the criminal organisation The Secret Empire and offered employment. They designed special weaponry to exploit his pitching ability, and he became their special operative, codenamed Boomerang.
I have a question with all of these things.
Yes.
Is that why is it in all of DC, Marvel, comic books in general, is that villain has one minor setback that is slightly bad and then decides, I'm going to become an assassin. I have all of the regular tools and I'm perfectly set up to kill people.
It was the 60s. It was easy to be an assassin.
Do you remember
back then.
Slipknot?
Yeah.
Slipknot created the rope that could was super strong, and then he was like, well, I can't give it to my company. They'll steal the idea. So I'll become an assassin.
It's the only logical next step for me.
It's the only option for me. I'm on career.ie and there's nothing there.
Also, he hates the codename Boomerang because he doesn't see himself as Australian. He's like,
keeps trying to get rid of it, but it keeps coming back.
He's coming back. Very good.
Yeah,
Very good, Conor. Good. One of the first heroes he battled was the Hulk, and he lost.
Oh my god. Sorry, does this guy just have stuff that he throws?
Yeah.
And he's against the Hulk?
Yeah.
Oh, he should take that easy. So the Hulk won't be able to stand that.
Hulk's no use over distance, famously.
He's got a weak arm.
He's got a weak arm. He throws weird, like Chris Pratt in Moneyball.
He's got a bad technique. It's not about the power. The technique is just not viable.
When the Secret Empire eventually crumbled, Boomerang went to Australia to hide out and recuperate. There, he incessantly practiced the art of throwing and decided to become a freelance assassin.
Fucking hell. It's a logical next step.
Obtaining a new arsenal of weapons designed and financed by Justin Hammer, Boomerang came back to America to pursue his criminal ambitions. His first mission was to assassinate Iron Fist.
For fuck's sake.
But he was defeated.
Of course he was. Why are these people always coming up against the strong people?
I don't know, but I love because they come up with an idea for a character and they need to sell them, so they have to fight like the Hulk.
My favourites are when we have small time criminal decides to become an assassin. First time up, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Let's take on a literal god. I'm going to fuck him up.
Boomerang tried to kill Spider-Man to impress the Kingpin and hopefully work for him.
To impress? I'll tell you something, I'd be very impressed if this one guy with a boomerang can kill Spider-Man.
He was of course defeated and arrested. Boomerang later helped the Punisher escape from prison, but that's a crime, and so the Punisher turned on him and turned him in.
So he helps him out the whole way, and then just as they get outside, the Punisher's like, sorry man, that was a trick. I was actually tricking you, and now I have to shoot you in the fucking face. I'm sorry, bro.
Throws him right back over the fence.
Oh man, that's so good.
Afterwards, he was released. He was then hired by a guy called Max Stryker to get Bruce Banner's gamma ray to cure cancer, but he wound up fighting the Hulk again and losing. He also once tried to follow an open bounty that was put on Matt Murdock. However, Daredevil...
you reveal his identity. Go on.
Look, I don't see it. Daredevil beats and threatens Boomerang to within an inch of his life.
Threatens to an inch of his life.
Boomerang then tries...
He shakes his fist at him.
Boomerang then tries to sue Daredevil, but Matt Murdock gets the case thrown out.
What are the chances?
So, the one guy who could fix this.
Literally, him and She-Hulk are the only two you can't sue. It's the rules.
So, this is all, he lived for years as just this kind of a bit character. But then, after, I think Spider-Man Brand New Day, or the new run of Amazing Spider-Man, Peter Parker lost his wife and family, and went to
make Peter Parker sad every 5 to 10 years.
Exactly. And so he this is where Boomerang starts showing up again. So Hydra takes over the United States. Boomerang starts building up an actual criminal empire of his own in Newark. And he helped the resistance of heroes against Hydra. So he starts helping the heroes as like an anti-hero type character. Gets kind of close to Spider-Man as well. After Hydra was overthrown, he cashed in on all of the goodwill and got a complete pardon for every crime he had committed.
Holy shit.
It also allowed him to build up an unearned reputation as a hero. So people now see Boomerang as like, oh, he helped the Avengers when Hydra took over. Like, people are starting to like him. Not long afterwards, however, he was hired by the Kingpin to retrieve scattered pieces of the Lifeline tablet. Basically a magic rock that can cure everything. Alright?
That's always good for a storyline if you've got a magic object that can cure anything. That does not hinder any plot points that you're going to try and come up with.
Yeah. So he is magically told where all of the pieces of the tablet are. However, the final piece is enchanted, so to secure it would be fatal unless the person was a true and selfless hero.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You see where this is going?
I'm seeing where this is going.
So, he decides to enlist the help of Spider-Man. While figuring out how to approach the hero, Boomerang, aka Fred is his actual name, came across an advert by one Peter Parker, who was looking for a roommate at the time.
He lives in a big racing car. He lives in a big racing car at this point.
He's a superstar at the Cracker Factory.
Can he borrow a feeling? That's what he's asking.
There's no dignity here. So, due to the popular idea that Peter Parker and Spider-Man were friends, because Peter Parker takes pictures of Spider-Man, Fred decides to become Peter's roommate to get close to Spider-Man. Despite Peter's initial repulsion towards him due to his behaviour as a roommate and the fact that Peter knows he's Boomerang.
That does help it. And he has tried to kill Peter multiple times.
Yes, however, Peter is broke and so just needs him as a roommate. Fred eventually saves his life during a supervillain skirmish, so they start to get a little bit closer. He eventually becomes involved with Spider-Man, and once the hero grew to like Boomerang after several offbeat team-ups, Boomerang shared with him that he was looking for this tablet. But he tells Spider-Man, I'm after it so I can stop the Kingpin from getting it. I'm doing this out of the goodness of my heart. I'm a fantastic person. And then the two of them started searching for the pieces together, eventually gathering the most of them. Despite the fact that this partnership was built on a lie, Boomerang genuinely grows to appreciate his bond with both Spider-Man and Peter Parker.
And does he think that they're separate people still, or the same
Still thinks
person?
they're separate people.
He's an idiot. Okay, go for it.
After the Kingpin enlisted the help of numerous crime bosses to get Boomerang, Boomerang decided to get the final piece of the tablet. After being attacked by the Boomerang Revenge Squad, a mock supervillain team that Boomerang set up himself.
They came back.
It consists of Hydro-Man, Shocker and Speed Demon, who are
a strong team.
They're just Boomerang's friends. Like, they just all hang out together at that bar.
They're actually kind of pissy that he's now friends with Spider-Man instead of them. They're like, fuck, I never even liked that guy.
He never talked to us since started hanging out with him.
He's changed, man, ever since he moved in with that little fucking dork.
We should kill Peter Parker. As soon as Spider-Man found the final piece, the spell verified that he was a true and honourable hero, and he was allowed to take it. The Boomerang Revenge Squad ambushed the Spider-Man and knocked him out while Boomerang escaped with all of the pieces.
Holy shit.
He then hands the pieces over to Fisk and leaves a note behind apologising to Spider-Man for the deception.
Who could have seen this coming?
I know. Who knew that the Boomerang Man would go over and back so frequently?
Also, I never asked, Is he wearing a big blue trench coat and a little blue cap?
No, it's like kind of a skin suity type thing.
Right, okay.
But he has a big visor, like a Cyclops kind of visor, but it's a big V, or a big boomerang, I suppose you'd call it.
Perfect. Yeah, good stuff.
Pretty good. He eventually later becomes a zombie and dies, but Shocker saves him. Shocker just brings him back to life because he's his genuine friend.
This guy's life is so sad.
It's horrendous. It's so dumb.
I love the fact that he just has a group of like friends who are kind of dumb as well. That they're just like, there's meant to be 4 of us, bro. We're the 4 idiots, and you thought you were too good for us.
But look, we'll take you back. Don't worry about it, man.
Yeah, we got nobody else. Nobody else wants to hang out with us. Please come back.
We're your friends. Like,
yeah.
In terms of powers and abilities, he's an expert pitcher with very good accuracy.
Good.
That's his powers. And then he also...
Oh, that's the end. Okay, good stuff. Well done.
He has a bunch of tech. So he's got light body armour and boot jets. So using his brain control, he can fire jets in his boots and fly at 30 miles per hour.
Using his brain control.
As in, like, he just needs to think, make the boots fire, and they turn on.
That seems almost too technologically advanced for this idiot.
It was given by Justin Hammer. He didn't make it himself.
Makes sense. Okay.
But then, and this is why I like him, weaponized, specialized boomerangs, Connor.
Well, I have another character you're going to really like.
Wait, what?
One that's much more famous.
We got Shatterangs, which detonate with a force equivalent to 20 hand grenades.
Seems like too much hand grenades.
Gasarangs, highly concentrated tear gas is released upon impact. Razorangs, got razors on them, capable of slicing through steel.
Just putting rangs at the end.
Screamerangs make sonic waves as they fly.
Good.
Bladerangs, they cut like buzzsaw blades as they spin.
Oh my god, this guy's got so many cool tricks.
Gravity rangs create a gravity field around the target. The tech on that seems more valuable than
seems
being
a bit
criminal.
Strange. When does the gravity start coming in? Does it come in when he throws it, or comes in when it hits?
When it hits them, I imagine.
Okay, and then suddenly what? They lose gravity?
Yeah, or there's more gravity and they can't move.
But only around them.
Only around them in a very localized
That seems
area.
like one of the most technologically marvellous things of all time.
That breaks
to this
physics, I would say.
It does break a lot of physics, but fair play to him. He's carried it around in his little pouch.
Reflexorangs, which are solid weighted boomerangs. Do you think it's just a heavy boomerang?
Surely, I thought you were going to say a reflexorang.
A reflexorang, yeah.
What does that have to do with reflexes?
Don't know. Electrorang, which is electrically charged, and this is a weird detail that they put in, can cause the vision pain while he is in an intangible state.
Can cause the character the vision pain?
Yeah.
I assume he's only used it on the vision.
Probably. It's probably in one story that shows up, but it seems pretty broken.
Seems also that would not hurt vision.
And multi-rangs, which are standard boomerangs, but he throws 2 of them at once.
That's just a boomerang. That's just 2 boomerangs.
It's it's multi-rangs.
No, so you take out one boomerang, and then you take out a different boomerang, and you throw them. You've thrown 2 boomerangs, not a multi-rang.
No. They're in one pack. Oh no, it says dual-handed, not dual... No, yeah, sorry, it's 2 hands.
So he takes out one boomerang.
Yeah.
He takes out a different boomerang in his other hand. Throws both of them. Has he thrown a multi-rang or 2 separate boomerangs?
What if when he takes them out, right, each one is like 3 boomerangs stacked together?
I think you're making stuff up, Joe,
in the air.
To try and make it make sense.
Look, Connor, just because you're jealous because we have a cooler boomerang character over on this side of the fence.
On this kind of defence. I mean, I would be happy to say that I think Captain Boomerang might be better.
I don't know. They're very different characters, Connor.
This guy moved away from Australia.
Yeah, when he was very young.
They're nothing alike.
And also, just a bit of trivia. It is revealed during a hearing for a probation violation that Boomerang is a Scientologist. Despite being a super criminal, he feels it's his civic sense of duty to vote, and he calls his fans boomers.
That's the same.
No?
Captain Boomerang's nickname is literally Boomer.
Yeah, but he calls his fans boomers.
Oh, sorry. So he's like, I'm not Boomer.
I'm not.
My fans are boomers.
I'm Boomerang, and then my fans are...
How many boomers does he have?
Oh, he's big on social media.
I don't think he is. I don't think that's true.
No, he's massive. He's huge.
I do not think that the guy who throws boomerangs is massive.
No, he follows Heroes for Hire on Blue Sky.
Oh, I do actually. Fair play to him. He's actually making some right decisions in his life.
Coolest guy in the world, I would say.
If you ask me, he's a legend.
And probably pretty handsome.
Okay, let's not go too far.
Dial it back.
I just, the fact that Captain Boomerang existed 6 years before he did, or 4 years or whatever, and they're like, nobody will notice. We'll just call him, we'll take away the captaincy. This is Boomerang. Same thing.
Yeah, he's got no military affiliation. He's just Boomerang.
I think this was the 60s, but I think Stan Lee was kind of phoning it in with Ditko. And the two of them were just kind of like, we've done a lot. We've kind of come up with basically everything at this point. I don't know, what are they doing? Boomerangs.
Yeah, we've done so many characters at this point.
They're just kind of spit-wheeling.
There's a quote from him, actually, which is like when he's talking about his name. And it's like, I told them I was born in Australia, so they made me Boomerang. This is why the whole world hates you. Talking about Americans, by the way. An entire nation boiled down to what you can remember from that time you got high and watched Crocodile Dundee. Guess I should be glad I didn't end up some kind of kangaroo guy.
I suppose the question then is, okay, so he's good at throwing and he's from Australia.
Yeah.
What else do you call him?
I mean, you just call him the thrower. I don't know how, like, 1966, like, Marvel America, they didn't just call him, like, the pitcher or something like that.
I don't understand. Well, they were copying a very specific character that had already occurred.
Connor, we don't know that they were copying anyone.
We can't confirm or deny that they had read 4 years previously a different character existing.
No, look, this happened with Man-Thing and Swamp-Thing, Connor. Who can say what came first?
I think that was better because that was like within like a month of each other that those issues came out. They had about years. And they were like, oh no, well, let's just do the same thing, it's fine.
I might have said this before, but you know the British Dennis the Menace and the US Dennis the Menace were published on the same day. And neither of them knew the other existed.
That's mad.
It's insane how that just happened.
Are you sure they didn't like even have whispers to be like, they're coming out with a character called Dennis the Menace, we should do something similar?
I don't think so. Unless there's some shared, like, genesis of an idea, like some Inception level event. That, like,
but one is blonde and one is like black curly hair.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just a crazy random happenstance.
I don't see the story I always want to cover on a Hero Zero is the introduction of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, because that story is absolutely mad. That the two of them just basically were just drawing shit and then they just came up with it, and it started from like ground level and now they're like multi-billionaires.
Yeah, and then like they went through phases of hating each other and then being best friends again. Like
they bought a tank. I think one of them bought a tank because they made so much money.
Did you ever read The Last Ronin?
No, but you've told me good things.
Yeah, it came out like 3 years ago, and it's just like a really sad story. Like 20 years on in Turtles lore, it's wild.
I love the Turtles, and also the reason why they're so rich is because look, they just came up with this idea in the 80s, right? Start off just like printing comics themselves, and then it gets to the point of think about your life, or even when you were younger, there's always a Turtles show on TV. Whatever generation it is, they're just like, it ends and then there's another one that just comes out straight away.
Yeah, and there's a movie as well.
There's always a movie in between, and then they do another animated show that's different kind of animation, and then they do the same thing all over again. Like, that is fucking crazy.
It's insane. It's a constant in every child's life is the Turtles.
Yeah. What's your favourite? TMNT?
TMNT. I fucking love TMNT.
the animated show and then into the movie.
Yeah, is TMNT the one with Johnny Knoxville in it? What's the one where they look
we're
like
always
weird
talking
dinosaurs?
about that. You're talking about the Michael Bay ones.
Yes,
from,
I don't like that one.
No, that's different. That's with Stephen Amell as well.
Yeah, no, get that one out of here.
No, the one before that is 07. It's the animated one called TMNT.
Yeah, that one's rad.
That's a banger. It's got Patrick Stewart in it. It's cool.
It's cool. Watch it. That should go in the hat.
Go watch that movie. It's only like an hour and 15 minutes long because it's animated, but like it's really good. So that's the end of this Hero Zero, Sean.
We're just talking about turtles for 5 minutes.
I just like turtles.
Fair respect.
Because to be honest with you, Boomerang, I mean, what is there to say other than he's clearly they copied off somebody else.
Yeah, but I like how he became Peter Parker's room. Like, this nothing character got into a big story, which I always like.
Enjoy the fact that he helped the Punisher out of prison, and then the Punisher was like, "You broke the law to break me out of prison," and then kicked him. And that's such a good Punisher moment. Because Punisher's a madman.
Yeah, and in Punisher's mind, that's completely justified.
It's completely justified. You can help me out. I'm thankful for the help, but simultaneously, you have broken the law.
Like, I'm going to stay out of prison, but you shouldn't have done that.
No, I'm not going back in, because even though I've done crime, it's for the right reasons. You've done crime for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that was a very good report, Sean, on a lovely character. And
I hope you're enjoying being married.
I think it's time to get back into the party. I think
the conga's starting right now.
What's that? I have to give my speech. I'm busy, tell them.
You get the notes mixed
Sean,
up.
your speech was lovely.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. All the swearing, was that okay?
I felt like when you got racial, it got really weird. The room you lost the room a little bit.
No, Conor.
And then you started picking on like all the orphans as well. That was the time where everyone was, wait. But you kind of came back around.
That's your fault for getting married in an orphanage, though, so...
I kicked all the children out into the snow.
Be gone.
December. Get the fuck out of here. We've an event on.
We have a party to hold.
So if you like this episode, we've done hundreds of other Hero Zeros, covered all of your favourite characters, hopefully. And if we haven't covered one of those characters, please send us in an idea, maybe a recommendation of a character you'd like us to do. You can send that in to Blue Sky, as I said, Twitter, Spotify, or not Spotify. You can actually make a comment on Spotify as well if you want.
Yeah.
So that would be pretty good. But I mean, just anywhere you can find us. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on all that stuff. But most importantly, could you just tell one human being that we exist?
Just the one, please.
So I've been Conor Lawler.
I've been Sean Meehan.
And we shall see us all next week.
Soon.
Look, I have some things to sort out at the minute, but I'll be back. Right.
That man's got a tie wrapped around his head.
See you later.
Bye.